Alrighty, good morning, folks, and let's get this train wreck rolling. Let's go ahead and wrap this all up. Fairly certain that we should be able to at least get close to wrapping this up today. So first order of business, you don't get a choice over what consort to go with here. It's actually kind of funny that they gave you the option. I have a feeling this is one of those times where there might have been a branching path, like a more natural branching path in the story at some point. There's some points later on where you can kind of choose to go with one pilot or the other in a sort of Ace Combat-esque type situation. But in this case, yeah, no. They're just like, yeah, you're taking Street Enemy, and he is gonna completely throw away all of his powerhouse status from the arena, just so you're aware. And we're gonna go ahead and sit in place here. So you can actually go two different ways on this mission. If you decide to go that way and you just boost forward, you will go inside. And you will get just, like, mined to complete oblivion here. Like, you'll see his health disappear pretty much instantly. That's not unreasonable. So, yeah, his health is going to go away pretty quick. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to hop all the way back here. And just like we did the first time, we can take quite a few of their hits in this hallway. There's about 10 or so of these guys that you have to take out, but we don't exactly have ammo to spare for a lot of this stuff, so what we're going to do is, yeah, we're just going to go back here. We're going to wait for them to get close, we're going to run up and punch them, and then move on to the next guy. Ideally, if we can get two like this, that's fantastic. So one shot will take care of them. While we can't really parry these blades of theirs, we can pretty reasonably just run up and punch them. Thankfully, the AI is fairly dumb, so it will fall for this strategy every time. They have a little bit of a hard time actually finding the hole, so to speak, but, you know, it is what it is. So we just kind of stand here and wait for him. There you go, buddy. Good job. You can do it. And also, because of their height, as well as how short this hallway is, they'll get hit every time. It's pretty great. Now, when it comes to Street Enemy in the other side there, he'll only report in that he's made it to the final section once you actually beat all the enemies here. If you somehow manage to pull this off instantly, you can make sure that he stays at up to 7,000 health. That's unrealistic. The actual windows are very, very slim. So your actual best... I mean, he's pretty much always going to be at least 4,000, so whatever, that's going to be enough. So he's going to be at 4,000, the other guy's going to have about 9,000. Clazen is way more aggressive in this mission than he is in the arena, though. There we go. So with that, we're down to 60%, meaning that there's 3 more out there. So I'm just going to wait for them to get close. Alright, waited here for a little bit. We're just going to go ahead and head on out, try to bait a few more of them in here. Because for whatever reason, they appear to have gotten themselves stuck somewhere else. They might be in another hallway, which is actually still pretty convenient. Yep, here you are. Uh-oh, that's a problem. That is a big problem, actually. Alright, another one spawned in. He's over there. Hopefully, yes. I'm more concerned about ammo than I am about these hits, but shoot. Yeah, this is problematic. Having them come from one direction is a lot easier. Because, yeah, we are going into this fight with only a few hits. It should only take 2 or 3 or so. Street Enemy should hopefully be able to take care of the rest of it. The problem is he has a tendency to get himself killed very quickly. And we don't really have the option of running him out of ammo here. I mean, technically speaking, he does still have an ammo counter, AC3 as well as some parts of AC2. They were kind of inconsistent with it. Do have the means of actually running somebody out of ammo, but when he's still got the Wave Blade, he's very unlikely to use it in his mission version. Kind of the problem that ends up resulting, though, is that his, well, he's generally going to take out a street enemy first, and the movement down there sucks. Yeah, sorry for the weird talking there. My throat got weird. Like, it's one of those weird moments where you start talking as soon as you start doing one of these and you get all tongue-tied. Alright, let's do this thing. So he's firing that rifle impossibly, he's flying impossibly. This guy never holds down a full burst like this.
I'm surprised you made it.
Alright. So we're not even going to put up the shield against this guy right now. The shell defense it gives is minimal. There we go. Just tell me that wasn't friggin' stylish right there. There we go, that's 2 hits on him. So he's overheating. That means he's at 50%. Shoot. That's a problem. Alright. Punch, punch, punch. Okay, we're almost at the point that we can just let Sanemi take over. As you can probably tell, his street enemy is a complete dumbus in this one. Like, he'll rarely, if ever, even hit. And unfortunately, Clayson tends to be very aggressive. Sorry, I was trying to go aggressive there. Yeah, he's already sparking, I think. Yeah, I was trying to go aggressive to, there he goes. You saw him die, folks. You saw him die. That doesn't matter. He's going to be alive again in just a second. But yeah, no, I was trying to go aggressive to try to wrap it up before we ran out of overheat. But either way, we moved on with the story. I'm happy with that one, as long as he went down. Whatever. We can still go back and, yeah, whatever. We'll do that one again. We'll do it again. This time we're going to go for a bit of a different setup, though. So, okay. Do we go for the stiffers? We're going to go for the stiffers. Just go for mega tank mode. It's going to be a little weird adjusting movement for that, but oh well. See, I wish you could bring a little MT along, but because of the movement down there, it's a bit of a problem. It has those 2 raised platforms, so the entire place is basically one giant 8 shape. And, yeah, that's more than a little annoying, I gotta say. Because it just means that your dodging is gonna be absolute garbage over there. And by the way, the reason that I like the pancake head so much for, you know, a lot of these manual aim type runs is just because it gives you a slightly better view of what's going on, because you don't have a head, essentially. It's not a bad stat head or anything. It's just, that's definitely a massive benefit of it. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and skip past this first part, you know how it goes. Hey, that was god-awful. Yeah, pretty much every part of that went completely south. There were 2 MTs in particular that just kept trolling for ages. Including one of them that just kept hanging out in the hallway, and every time I would pop out, would end up getting backstabbed a couple times in a row, which is how our health is so dang low. But either way, we already got Clayson the first time. Honestly, I really don't give too much of a crap if we don't manage to beat Clayson. I was really hoping to, but screw it. Whatever. He went down the first time. It counts. Game can count it however it wants to count it. Alright.
I'm surprised you made it. Watch it. This guy is good.
Interestingly, street enemies being all aggressive this time. What? There we go. That's one stab. That'll do. So he's at 50%. Go ahead and waste some of your MG ammo, because that thing does shred real bad. Surprisingly, I almost feel like he's got hidden ammo extenders for this mission or something. Because he always seems to use it for longer than you'd think he'd be able to. But I think it's just more how aggressive he is. He can't really go in as well. So he's taking a few hits now. I need to back off and just let him burn his ammo. If you go into a full boost like this, even with heavier legs, you can usually avoid most of it. At least in 3rd gen, or early 3rd gen. If you could go ahead and maybe not, that'd be great. Yeah, that thing shreds pretty good. On many occasions, I've almost wondered if he's got a hidden damage bonus on this mission or something. Because, yeah, he hits real hard with that 500 MG. Although there's a reason that thing's used for speedruns, so there's that. It's going to be some of your best potential DPS. Though I still think that there's a like a howitzer and shotgun method that might potentially be really useful for that. Okay, pulse generators or steel access program. We're going to do access program. Like I said, I want to wrap this up. Not exactly too concerned over proving whether that guy can die. Use the wrong legs for this, for sure. But whatever, that's fine. It's one of those ones that... so this is here to basically introduce you to Rehito Lab. They vaguely set this up. But basically they're like, okay, you're going in, you're going to get an access program, which is funny because you basically go all the way through Rehito. They're like, oh, you need to get the program, and then you get there, and it's like, wait, I already went through the entire lab, though. It's like 2 rooms that I missed, and they're like, oh, you gotta go back for those 2 rooms. I'm like, well, why couldn't I get those the first time, then? Then I wouldn't have had to fight Nocturne. That was super weird. My arm got stuck. I wonder if it's possible to do the punch glitch in this one somehow. Punch. Punch. This hover guy down here, though. That's gonna be a problem. There we go. Yeah, he can kind of just sit there, and normally they're just invisibly messing with your currently non-existent lockbox. But that guy in particular can physically block you from moving.
Access program downloaded. Get out of there.
Yep. Everything's so threatening. I'm on my way out. There's definitely so much danger here. So you more or less come in, turn on the security so that it's harder for you when you come back later. They replace the guy there who inexplicably can somehow get hit by a punch that's going straight past him. Guess we just sort of shoulder bashed him or something. There's a way that you can feather through these, but depending on the weight class, I usually prefer to do it that way. Excuse me. Count as a hit, please. Like, I know this thing is kind of crappy, but that's something else. Apparently, doors can just catch your hit. Good to know. Kind of wish that they kept the MTs that you took out earlier as part of your count for getting here. Oh well. Moving right along. Yeah, nothing too crazy for this one. I mean, if you come in here with a heavyweight, you're going to have a much easier time. Normally, I would say, it's lightweight. You get a better frame and whatever else. You don't get hit as often. But yeah, in this case, you're definitely getting hit no matter what you do, so might as well, really. It would be kind of hilarious if we can abuse the, if we could abuse the parry mechanic for Nocturne, but that might be why they don't let him use his Moonlight here. Like, Nocturne will almost never use his Moonlight. Alright. Protect convoy. Disable radar. Feels like disable radar is kind of just calling our name here. Let me get a lighter AC for that, though. Alright, now, as far as your options go for partners for this particular mission, you might be wondering, hey, it's a stationary thing, why the hell would you even need a partner? Well, it's for the secondary fight, if you get it. Now, Appleboy... Okay, let's go down the list here. Spartan, big tanky guy. You're going to be fighting in an enclosed room. This guy is decent, but his pursuit missiles might not do anything. Coldheart, however, is a DPS monster, so going to be going with him. Huntress is going to betray you later, so screw her. Appleboy is going to be completely worthless with his vertical missiles for the second half of the mission, so no. Valkyrie is going to make herself invisible, meaning you draw all the aggro. Yeah, no. And then Bilbo is Lord of the Rings reference. Kind of random. Moving on. Let's do this thing. Alright, so all we do...
All units engaged.
Okay. So what we're going to do is find all of those and punch them. There's some here, there's some on the opposite side, and then there's one that you want to do last at the very bottom. Oh, come on. Stop. Stop with the inputs.
It's wreaking havoc.
You can also get a good radar here. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, this mission's kind of funny. When I first did it, I was doing it with 1000 MG, and I thought you were actually supposed to fight everything, so I just sat here just gunning down just wave after wave after wave of infinite enemies. I'm like, oh, my ammo's gone, I don't get it, how long is this mission? And it's like, oh, it's not timed. It's not timed at all. Is that one broken? I think that one's broken. Yeah, this one, admittedly, I probably should maybe have brought a thing for. They do tell you where they are. I'm just kind of overshot it over here someplace. There we go. And yeah, if you're looking for the radar, it's in the back of one of these bases. I don't really remember where. It's just kind of sitting there. It's nothing too mind-blowing. And then, yeah, the last two are just kind of down here. Even if you get overheated and whatever else, it's perfectly fine. Because I do get a brief little window once you get down here. They do have some turrets that'll keep attacking, but you do have a window where stuff just kind of has a hard time reaching you. So there's that. Need that.
Objective achieved.
Hold on, I'm sure mission. And this is one of the few times where they actually will instantly spawn the next area. So you can just run. Yeah, don't care what the job is, get me out of here, please. Will do work for not getting exploded. Alright, now you fight... Hang on, who is it? It's the backstabby guy and, backstabby tank and some other guy. Can't remember right now. Yeah, there's Backbreaker.
This should be interesting.
And Flare Up, right. Also, seriously, what is Backbreaker even doing here? Who hires this guy? Like, what are you? I'm a very slow-moving backstab tank. Also, wait a minute. Was he freaking invisible? What the hell? What was that? Anyway, Flare Up is dangerous. He's the one with the actual damage here. Whoa, this hole is dangerous. But yeah, more often than not, if you see Coldheart here, he's probably, as long as he's hitting something, you know he's hitting it hard. Like, the guy literally does not do anything other than dump out damage like crazy. He doesn't have very much defense, as you can tell. But yeah. Oh, dude, Flare Up is annoying, though. Well, I'm gonna stand still until I'm not. There he goes. He's gone. Don't care that we ate the missiles there. It's up to you, says the newly promoted Coldheart. There we go. We could have used the parry mechanic, but we're just gonna die instead, apparently. All we need is one hit on him. Because he's already sparking. Alright, Sparky. There we go. Okay, so these guys come in... I believe they come in at like 3/4 health or so, even on hard. So at least there's that. It also might have just been the cold heart got him with the quad bazookas, but still, they do seem to go down very easily. They're pretty fragile. Alright. There's Defend Crest HQ. We're gonna try that. I think this one is quite literally impossible. See, the thing is, you have to be able to tank a certain amount of damage. I could... Do I want to try and rebuild the entire AC for like a perma-flying shielder? Not really. I mean, I usually just quit this one because I hate it. Literally all it is a bunch of dudes fly upwards, and then you try to hit them. And then, yeah, every time that the cutscene rolls, you end up regaining all your energy. Then you get up to this top one, and yeah. This mission is incredibly dumb, though. It's like, they'll get shot at by stuff down there. And we theoretically can one-hit these, but you get 4 waves of stuff like this. You can see why I usually quit this one. Because it's pretty dumb. Like, Crest dies one way or the other. It's not like this actually changes any outcomes to anything. Oop, whoops. Hang on. The video capture device have broke. There we go. Fixed it. Man, it's a pretty dumb mission. Okay, destroy massive weapon. Okay, so we got Leviathan. Let's go ahead and buy some hover legs and see if we can even hit this guy. So, probably go for... Yeah, probably go for these, because we're going to need some speed. Alright, so the last few missions now, we basically have this guy, we have Death Hallway, we've got Rehito Hell, and we've got Big Boy, and then we've got last mission. So for this one, it depends on what you really want here. I feel like, well, both these guys are pretty good at DPS. The funny part is, Street King tends to fire from far away, whereas Combat King tends to, like, roll in and just completely dump ammo on the guy. Which is pretty handy. The hand rockets he's got are pretty broken. So this is where we get the final parry blade. Gotta wait for him to come up. I needed to equip the other parry. So it's kind of like a 4-answer kind of situation. Where you just sort of repeatedly hit the guy with the blade over and over. It's just how you do bosses. Shield's doing a pretty good job, and there we go. Done deal. We didn't even need the heavier blade. Alright. Let's go ahead and check how the Mars does for comparison, because there's... trying to think if there's ever going to be a point in using that in this run. Because we can show it off, but it's pretty pointless. I mean, I guess it's got 10 uses in this one, so it's a bit better. Actually, come to think of it, there's a couple of times when I'm thinking that it might be useful. We'll give it a shot. Let's go to the arena real quick, just to show how hard it hits. So Death Hallway, actually, this probably will be optimal. Punch through the wall and then punch the dude. The problem is you basically overheat from using it. So we're gonna have to upgrade our radiator a bit. As you can see, we've already gotten up to 200 just from firing the dang thing. And there you go. You can see it does a decent chunk. It's just, yeah, it's a bit of a problematic weapon is the thing. It does a lot, but we're already on fire from using it. I suppose the Mars is a super fitting name, though. But yeah, when this thing overheats, like, it really overheats the other guy. It does something like 999 heat damage to him every time. Alright, come on now. Keeps just barely dodging it. Alright, whatever, that's gonna be that. We don't really need to do any more arena. I just wanted to show off how hard this thing can hit. So it can be useful in a couple cases here. I'm thinking it actually might be kind of useful in Rehito Hell. If we upgrade our radiator a bit, we're basically sacrificing the use of our shield to some degree. If we go full chunky boy then, upgrade the radiator to something that can actually deal with the heat output of this dang thing. Probably upgrade to a heavier shield. Actually, this is the heavy shield for now. I don't have the super heavy shield. Well... Oh yeah, I forgot about the ruins. Okay. Let's do the ruins. I think I'm gonna have to... Or I'll go with Dominus here. Dominus does not work as well. See, this one's gonna come down to whether or not we can get Huntress stuck, because I only have 10 shots with this dang thing, so... I'm probably gonna need to go back to Lightblade for it. Alright.
I've got a... It's empty.
It's empty.
Raven, it's an ambush.
Alright, so our best bet here is just let them do their thing for now. They'll run around and deal with whatever MTs are around, and sometimes Huntress will come out and get herself stuck here. And at that point we can pretty much nail her with a couple shots and done deal. We don't really have to do anything past that. In fact, even one might do the trick. Especially if we have our MT here. So I'm just kind of patrolling around to see what's going on in there because I don't have the radar. I might be saying, hey, stupid, why don't you use the radar? Because... can go for these. Probably would have been a pretty good opening, but I didn't want to risk it. If I can get at least one on her, then we should be alright. Because she is not terribly tanky, as you can probably tell. There we go, she's got herself stuck. Yep. So that'll be enough. That'll be enough for now. She'll just go around still completing the mission, but she will be bleeding out until she gets to about 1 health or so. Or 1,000, sorry. These guys will go ahead and just deal with this MT over here. We can take a few hits. They'll still deal with all the invisible MTs. This is one really badly planned ambush, because if Fanfare had arrived on time, it's not like there's really any repercussions for him. Yeah, why didn't you just do the ambush at the very start?
There's no place for you in this world.
Yeah, there totally is. Currently it's rank C6 or so.
Die, rebel.
I mean, I don't know what we really rebelled against, but whatever. People gave us jobs, we did them. And some folks got upset. Any chance you want to get parried? Sure. That'll do, although we're having a similar problem with this one that we did before. Oh, get out of here with that. Okay, so Lightblade is definitely the best one for actual parrying. We'll just let the MT take care of her. need this guy to get himself stuck in a corner. He does do that fairly often. Hang on. Oh, for Christ's sake. Sorry, the sun just came up and just went right in my friggin' eye. It's right there. Okay. There you are with your torpedo pods. Darn. I was hoping she'd still be there. She was not. Yeah, this one, we're definitely restarting this one. I'm pretty sure I don't even if every single punch lands, I'm not sure that there's enough now. The fire rate on this thing is, yeah, it's pretty awful. I was there mashing the button trying to get a second punch off. I think it's like a 5-second cooldown before you can do another punch. There we go. A couple little back taps. Yeah, even if it's just the MT left now, she's toast. So she will continue overheating through the cutscene. Her heat is not reset. So that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Oh, really? Okay. Get him in this corner. There we go. Got a bunch of good stabs off on him. I'm going to back off at this point. Huntress is toast. MT's going to take over for a little bit of damage. I'm hoping that he'll lock onto me through the wall, and then the MT can finish him off. Because, yeah, the MT is still firing as far as I can hear. We're still locked on here. He has no reason to be doing anything other than taking hits. So we should just be able to sit here, have a nice sip of coffee, and just wait this one out. I love that this works. Like, it's okay, it's very inconsistent to set up but when you get it, it's simple. You have to do enough I think the way that it works, you have to do enough damage to him that he suddenly decides to draw all his attention to you. Because if you just try to run over there, he won't do it. He'll attack for whatever's attacking him. So I'm assuming they probably store how much damage they've taken from certain things. But anyway. Alright, so next we got Rehito Hell. Okay. Alright, so I adjusted the build a little bit for this one. Basically what I'm thinking is we need to resist as much as possible. So, say hello to Gigachonk here. We're basically maxed for shell defense. We're still about as fast. If we wanted to use this shield, it's still usable. I want the option to be able to take out some MTs, but we're mostly going to try to just ignore stuff. We've got resistance out the ears at this point. These are basically the second chunkiest legs in the game. The very heaviest ones, the bowlers. We can't get the best ones because you need to have a you need to have 100%. Well, not 100%, but you need to S rank the weapons test. And in order to do that, you need 2 weapon types, and we only have 1. So even if I was to run up and, punch the targets and things like that, we would not actually get it, because what's required in the remake, like in the original, all you had to do was get 100% hit rate. So in the PS2 version, all you do is take 1 shot and you're done. You've unlocked your hidden part. For this one, what you gotta do is you gotta have at least 2 different weapon types. You have to get 1 kill every 10 seconds in the target test. And then from there you have to have, I think it's like a 90% hit rate or something like that. Which I guess makes more sense. You know, somebody would probably be a bit more impressed by that than walking into the target range, firing once and leaving. Well, just sitting in place for like 5 minutes. What the crap? Friggin' parried my parry blade. Okay, so blow up it is. Anyway, here's the plan. We're trying to just face tank him this time. Yeah, even a direct shotgun hit does like 100 with this setup right now. Okay, so if we can get him in a corner, we can actually abuse the parry mechanic to get him. The problem is there's so much knockback in both directions from the moonlight that it just, well, we're sturdy enough to just not be able to move, but he launches himself backward. Alright. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not doing any of those fancy boost stabs or anything like that, it's, well, quite frankly, because we're a frickin' tank right now. And B, the fact that it's just more consistent to hit him this way, and I can't abuse doors, because apparently the parry blade gets eaten by doors, so, you know, that's a thing. Apparently he takes more than 6 parry blade hits, so that's always fun, too. Alright, Captain Nonsense, let's do this thing. Of course. Alright. It's gotta be at least overheating, I'd figure. He's smoking. And we're toasting, so that's not great. There we go. Rehito Hell complete. Let's just slowly plod out of here now. So I feel like this could have been done with the original build, with the semi, kind of like, not quite heavyweight, but the sort of hybrid build. Well, yeah, there was definitely some funkiness in that one. It's strange how it gets eaten by doors, I gotta say. That one I was not expecting. Like, I knew that there was some glitchiness with its hitbox, but I didn't think, like, it would literally just be if you're nearby a door, your hits don't count. The Mars method can work, but I'm fairly certain he starts off with higher AP than he should. Maybe. I don't know. Could be a hard mode thing. It's unclear, but either way. That was unpleasant. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Okay. There we be. I think I'm going to split this into 2 recordings and then splice them back together, because, well, this one's getting a bit long, and it's probably going to start bugging out soon. So, one sec. Okay, and we're back. Alright, so there is Death Hallway. Now, realistically, the best way to do this is going to be sticking with the Gigachonkus and just going for the Mars. Because all we need is 2 hits. Actually, 3. Because we need the one for the door as well. Go ahead and save that crap pronto. Did I forget to set the... I forgot to set the clock for daylight savings time on this thing. It's a friggin' hour ahead.
System engaged.
System engaged.
Intruder detected. Activating security system. Receiving mission update. Enemy forces have already reached the reactor's core. There's no time to waste.
You got it. Sir, we have come to Swiggity Swooty for that booty. Actually, a little bit surprised that didn't take out the reactor. Oh, that did it.
Something is wrong. Hurry.
System engaged.
Alright, well, if you thought we were stupid looking before, I have news for you. Got a little bit of a different build going on this time. Which, it looks great.
Receiving mission update.
Man, I'm never gonna get a stab as good as that first time.
Enemy forces have already reached the reactor's core. There's no time to waste.
Interesting, you can actually parry the Death Hallway laser. I think it's actually blade type damage. Let's try that again. Yeah, you can actually ignore the stagger from that thing. It is actually a laser blade. Now, if you could, I don't know, actually hit, that'd be great. I mean, he's still taking absolute crap load of damage. Oh boy. We're screwed. Yeah, he just puts out so dang much damage. Yeah, this build right here is optimized for energy defense and DPS. We're gonna have to do that again this time without having to try and parry the giant cannon. There we go. All right. Perfect. It's about as good of a startup as I could potentially ever hope for. There's the second hit. Come on, we got this. This guy should take maybe 3. Four? And he's definitely overheating, for sure. Just kill it. Just kill it. Just kill it. Okay, there we go. Oh, did you see that? Okay, so it basically was trying to do the reload animation and the firing animation in the middle of trying to cancel out of everything. And the piston kept shooting in and out of the thing for a second. Oh, that was cool. Alright, anyway, that's that one. We got Ofanim next. Okay, we'll try the Mars again. We'll try. I can't guarantee anything. We're going back to kind of semi-heavyweight here. We'll go for the faster version of this, though. I can't guarantee anything. Honestly, there's a pretty good chance that the Mars can't even hit this thing. As in, quite literally, it might physically be impossible to hit it. For anyone that didn't know, the thing will always turn to face you pretty much wherever you are. And, for whatever reason, it has a very, very astoundingly janky hitbox in which you can land on top of it, but you can't really go to the front or back of it too much. That's why you can basically shoot underneath it and still hit it. I'm gonna go with Royal Mist, because screw it, I'm not gonna do friggin' no followers for this. It's possible, sure. I mean, the strategy doesn't really change any, it just makes it a little bit smoother, and I want to get my fleets. Alright, there we go. Why anyone would look there is beyond me, though I did accidentally find them once. It's mostly because I was trying to run away from this thing. This is why I didn't want to go for the Gigachunkus, because he can just sort of decide what speed he is. There we go. Right, okay. So that went well. Well, we did hit it. It's 2 punches. This thing actually probably has less health than What's-His-Face did. Mr. Rehito Hell. Why can I never remember his name? Nocturne. There we go. Right. If you could go ahead and allow yourself to be hit, please, that'd be great. Your hitbox is super weird, man. There we go. Yes! First try, okay. Hey, even in those kinds of cutscenes, you wind up doing the punch. Neato. All right. So, final mission, I guess. Yeah, this was easier than I thought, actually. So, I mean, as usual, Nocturne's kind of the big oh no moment. All right. Do we even want to use the fleets? 'Cause them suckers are... yeah, what the hell? Why not? Infiltrate with a lot of quotations. Because, you know, you infiltrate by bum rushing through an entire facility. That's exactly what infiltration means. Yeah, I guess these ones actually are a decent bit better when it comes to charge drain and things. Right. Yeah, doing no boost, this was the one exception that had to be made, because this is the only room in the entire game where you're obligated to actually boost anywhere. Funnily enough. Really appreciate that the final facility has this music. It's just felt so overwhelmingly just cool when I was a kid. Okay, let me go this way. This way. Slightly regret the booster choice. And now we just go ahead and skip this entire segment, as you do. Hope you're ready to stare at the floor for about, I don't know, a solid 2 minutes, give or take. Touch the elevator. And run away from the elevator, because unless you're close by, them things can't spawn.
We're not sure what it is you hope to accomplish.
An endgame screen, mostly. Want to open a door. All of this was to open a door, for crap's sake.
Gained by upsetting the current order.
Yeah, there is. It's called New Game Plus.
I guess.
I mean, I say that. It's more so just the extra arena, which is also really dang fun.
Go. Let's find out what kind of future will be born from your decision.
Mostly one where Silent Line gets made, and that's pretty awesome, so that'll work. That'll work just fine. Alright, we made it all the way down. If you turn and it just sort of stops rendering new pixels, it's pretty much good to go. Because it kind of runs out at the exact render distance. And if you mess with some of the settings on PPSSPP, you can actually have a case where it just straight up disappears down there. Anyway, that should be good. Should be done moving by the time we finish slowly falling our way down there. Bonk. And then enemies try to spawn, but we don't have time for that noise. Basically, you have all kinds of those little drones and whatever else. Your ammo resets when you get into this room anyway, so who cares? We don't have time for that. Oh, my favorite theme in the game. I love this ending so much. After all this other stuff, it's just a showdown with two other ACs. They're not very good, but hey. Now we're gonna need at least maybe 3 hits left over, so... Alright, whatever, he's gonna be overheating for a little while anyway. Let's go after Light Boy over here. What are you doing over there? This is almost like a Pokemon last boss, because they're showing off all kinds of stuff, you know, stereotypically assumed to be part of a certain thing. Like, this guy's running all energy stuff and looking all snazzy and everything, but overall his actual build isn't terribly threatening. Same for the other guy. He's all shell damage. Well, actually, I guess he's got the Quartet Cannon. I mean, they look cool, but realistically, they're not actually that bad. I'm trying to conserve ammo here, because I don't know how many punches it takes to get through the crusty layer of the controller, so whatever. That should be him dead. They don't have very much AP. Heavy Boy should probably take about 3 more stabs, give or take. That might be out of ammo, I don't know. Thankfully he's too stupid to move most of the time. I'll get out of here with that. You know, I don't think I've ever actually seen him use the Quartet Cannon now that I think about it. It's just not a thing that happens. This is pretty cool. This actually might be the first time I've lost to this in a while. Dang it, I didn't pull off the maneuver. I was trying to sneak in there. Where is he facing? Dead. Or not. Okay, that's cool. We'll do it again. Oh man, I love how passive-aggressive the rep is here. Alright, there we go. We should be good to go at this point. Go. Just go then. We'll just see what happens. Go see what you think of if you're happy with your non-corporation existence. Which, I mean, honestly, it ends up helping them too, so they've really got nothing to complain about, because they're back and completely functional by next game. And then they end up even stronger after that, and then they get wiped out again by something completely unrelated. So, you're welcome? I think?
I guess it doesn't matter anymore. Go.
Alright, attempt 1 dozen or so. Let's see. Yeah, this is kind of annoying. So there's a lot of cases where the pillars, walls, whatever else will just count as your hit, even if that's not actually where you're aiming. Which normally isn't too much of an issue, but it's basically the same thing as the door thing during the Nocturne fight. It's just, it just eats your damage. Alright, there we go. First one done. Let's continue doing this tank strat here. That seems to be working well enough. Yeah, it's phasing straight through him. Alright, come on, come on, come on. Let's get you in the corner. Good, good, good. Come on, get in there. So I don't know what it is with this guy. I mean, I know there's a lot of glitched stuff going on in this map right now. But no matter how many times I've gone through this, this guy, I've never even seen him go sparking, and I've hit him 7 or 8 times with this dang thing. So I don't know what's up with that. Because his physical defense is not that amazing. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sure. Okay, finally. Finally. Holy crap, that took forever. Okay. That took an embarrassing amount of attempts for how easy this last boss is. I guarantee there's something glitched with that guy.
It's the controller's
Because for some, like, okay, on top of the, you know, pillars and stuff just randomly eating hits, on top of the walls randomly eating hits, there was just a lot of strangeness going on.
There's a heat source in the center.
Yes, yes, yes. Alright, let's find this thing exactly. Punch.
It's an energy reactor. Destroy it and you should neutralize the controller.
Game over.
Damage to the main.
Okay, so there we go. There's AC3 parry only. It is doable. Like, I'm sure there might be some... Okay, you know what? Come to think of it. There's probably a way to glitch the tanks in the crossback missions so that you can have them sit on top of your head and hit them while they're falling down or something. I'm sure there's some way to glitch them. That's literally the only mission that required anything other than a parry. Which, again, could just count that as a technicality. So, yeah, it's doable. I do want to do the other ones as time permits. And yeah, just to kind of briefly clarify why I was so frustrated with that final mission there, and why it took so many attempts, despite the AI being dumb as hell. So, there's a number of factors. So, for one thing, a lot of times when you're going for like that chain multi-hit parry thing, you want to be nearby a surface. Now, if you're nearby the walls there, in so many cases, if you're not facing like off the wall at an angle, if you're anywhere near the wall, it will just eat the hit entirely. It won't even be like, oh, you missed part of it, but you hit in front of you. Be like, no, you hit the wall entirely. You, like, I've had one case where it, especially the pillars, they have an unusually huge hitbox, where the guy, the lightweight guy was right in front, punched forward. It's like, no, you didn't hit the guy, you hit the pillar on your left side. Like, the parry blade doesn't even go there. How did that, how? And that happened a good 3 or 4 times, and so, basically that part took way more times than it should have. There were a lot of cases where it just seemed like it was just the level itself was eating hits. So very, very weirdly glitched level in terms of the parry for that one. Additionally, there was something very strange with the lightweight guy. Like the heavyweight ended up going down normally. The lightweight guy, it seemed like almost every hit was counting as a glancing hit for some reason. Even when hit directly, like I think ultimately for that last attempt it took maybe 10 something parries on the guy, and what is that? That the guy goes down from like 3 seconds of of any other weapon, and for some reason for the parry it just keeps bouncing off him. I'm not sure what that's about. I assume it's more of that same level thing, but anyway. In theory, by the way, if you're curious, yeah, I'm pretty sure that last part can be done without using any ammunition whatsoever. It's just the usual, you know, fly around in circles as the MTs try to hit you until you open up the area, and then you go in and, you know, you just let them destroy the controller by itself. Eventually they'll miss enough shots that they just hit the thing instead, same way as you usually do it for AC. And yeah, oh, by the way, for that last boss thing, another annoying thing, especially with that lightweight guy, he has a unique script that for whatever reason he will... Oh, apparently the kiddos are up. He'll hop up and hover over you like he's a dang Sonic boss. I don't know why. It's really stupid, but it's incredibly annoying for a parry run. Anyway, that'll be that. Hope you found it interesting. Hope it was fun. You guys take care.